In this video, I'm going to discuss traffic generation options, and I'm going to show you a variety of different sources that we are going to be covering in more detail in the upcoming videos. Traffic is where it's all going to be. This is where you're going to want to focus all your time and attention after you've set up your website, you set up your free report so you can build your list, you set up your list wire, you've got your content written. After you've got all that done and you have a website that has the affiliate links in it or the affiliate banners in it, you're now ready to get traffic, because without traffic and without people seeing your offer, you're not going to make money and you don't really have a business. So it's kind of like if you think of traffic as customers in a store, that's basically what you want to do. You want to draw eyeballs from people that are interested in what you have to sell as an affiliate, because right now we're being an affiliate for a golf training product. And the other example we're giving is being an affiliate for a product called the Roku streaming media player. So when I talk about examples here, I'm going to use those for examples, but mainly we're going to zero in on the golf training program. One thing I want to point out that's extremely important is if you don't already have one good article on your niche, I definitely encourage you to do that. Like we said previously in the content creation part, you need to have 2 articles that review your product, and then you want to have at least one article, preferably 2 or 3, but at least one good article that's 400 to 500 words in length that really does a good job of talking about your niche market and gives people ideas. So I'm going to briefly in this video just kind of overview some of the traffic methods, and in the upcoming videos I'm going to go through each one of these traffic methods in depth and kind of give you some ideas of where to find additional sites and things like that. So one of the first traffic methods that we're going to discuss is going to be social bookmarking. This is one of the traffic generation methods, and we may not go in this exact order, but I did want to at least just kind of show you how this is all going to progress. Social bookmarking, this is one form of traffic. Social bookmarking websites are basically places where once you have content posted on your site, like you have your good informative article, which is why we recommend you created a blog, blog here on Weebly, and you're going to want to link people straight to that good informative article. You could also link people to one of your reviews of the actual product. And so social bookmarking is basically a set of websites where people share content that they find useful. And it is a method that's been around for quite some time, and there are still a pile of social bookmarking sites that have a good Google page rank. One thing I'm using here, just so you are aware, I'm using what's called I have a toolbar up on my browser that shows PageRank, and there's a variety of ways you can get that. If you're on Internet Explorer or the Google Chrome browser, you could actually get the toolbar straight from Google. It's called the Google Toolbar. And if you are in Firefox, you can actually get a toolbar that has a little more information on it that's free. You just have to follow the instructions to download it, and it is called SEO Book Toolbar. So you can go to Google and type in SEO Book, and then toolbar, and you'll come across the toolbar that you need to work with. And this toolbar only works with Firefox. But as you can see here, Google still puts a lot of weight on various social bookmarking sites. This has a page rank of 5 out of 10, and in fact I've kind of browsed through a lot of these other pages deep down inside here and find that they are indexed, and they're out there potentially getting traffic. So social bookmarking is still a viable method to get word out about your site, to get your content indexed, and it can get you some backlinks and additional eyeballs and exposure. The whole key thing with traffic generation, as we talked about at the beginning of this course, is you want to have as many websites and content as you can pointing into your website, because that's really where it's at. It's the more places you're seen, the more traffic you're going to get. If you think of it as billboards as you're driving along the interstate, the more billboards people see about your company, the more likely they are to find you. And so we want to get you into as many places as possible. And we're going to talk more in depth on social bookmarking, but just wanted to point this out, that this is one of the methods we'll discuss. The next site here, these are basically, you call them Web 2.0 sites. These are just basic websites. Actually, Yola.com is very similar to Weebly, and that allows you to create, just very basic, functional, clean-looking websites, just like we did with Weebly. And like Yola is another one of those sites that it is on an authority domain, yolasite.com, and search engines, do really like it, and you can potentially get some, decent traffic and backlinks and things of that nature from Yola. So that's yola.com, It's been around, fairly new website, but it does enable you to create a good website where you could link back. And so we're going to talk about sites similar to Yola.com. There's quite a few out there. These are free website builders that are kind of like Weebly as well. Technically, you could build your, you could build this website on Yola if you wanted to, but we're using Weebly for this example. But with Yola, it's going to help you get, some additional exposure that way. And this is kind of an example of it. So again, these are these are oftentimes referred to as Web 2.0 social mini sites or mini blogs. So this is kind of like a mini blog or a mini site, and you can see inside here, it's kind of like your own little website. You can link in to your links, your backlinks over to your Weebly site. And the whole point here is you want to funnel all this traffic, just so you kind of know how this is going to work. We're going to be sending all traffic that we can back to our Weebly website here. And notice, we've got a variety of ways for them to get onto the email list, because that's the ultimate goal here, as we want to get them to sign up for the email list so that they can start getting promoted to, so that you can have a list of subscribers that you can send affiliate offers to, because it's really powerful, to have a list of 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers down the road. Be able to send them a link, and they're all interested in golf products, because that's what we're really focused in on. So Yola site is one of the examples that we'll be talking about. Another source of traffic, we've talked about social bookmarking and Web 2.0 type websites. Another big one is article marketing, still very viable. Really the main thing that's changed is some of the article directories have changed. Some of them have changed how they do things, and we'll go in depth on kind of what those changes are and basically how to submit your content. And this is one of those things where you're eventually going to want to create more and more content, because everything I'm doing here, this is not one-time traffic service. This is stuff that you're going to want to do over and over again for multiple content pieces. And so right now, in the examples to follow, I'm going to show you how to do this using one piece of content, and then at the end of this we'll kind of go over how to scale this up, and how to add more into it, so how to do this again and repeat the step and rinse and repeat it, because basically it's all about creating a good content piece, getting it out there in as many places. One of those ways is through article marketing. I'm on a site called articlesbase.com, which is one of the more popular article directories, especially by page rank and traffic. In fact, it's very comparable to eZine articles. And so we'll touch on this one and a few other article directories and show you how to find the top article directories at any given time. Another kind of website we're going to talk about, there are some of these out there, is called wiki websites. Basically, wiki sites allow you to create your own content. It's more user-generated content online. Google loves sites like these because they are social, and basically you want to get your content out on these sources. For one, because people can find them, and number two, because it's also going to help you as far as getting more social mentions out there back to your free website, which means more eyeballs to it eventually, hopefully, and from the search engines. So wikidot.com will kind of show you how to set up a free Wikidot website. One of the cool things I like about them is in their terms they actually tell you that you're free to use it for business or personal use. Obviously, of course, as long as you're not spamming, and creating very basic little sites like this is definitely not spamming. But we're going to talk about wiki websites as part of this. Another one is video marketing. And so we're going to discuss video marketing and kind of how that fits together. We'll show you how to create a video using free software and using just very basic techniques to create a nice, simple, and powerful video that's not going to cost you anything to produce, and then upload it to YouTube. So that will be one of the topics we cover upcoming here. After that, videos, we're going to talk about SlideShare. SlideShare is, basically a network where you can actually share PowerPoint slides or PDF material, and it actually will put it into a format like this. But it's just one other way to get exposure for what you have going on, and again, it can link back to your site, and people can find you. Again, another one of those sources you're not going to want to spam, but we'll talk about sites that are similar to this. The other traffic method that will be covered here is submission of RSS feeds. RSS feeds is actually kind of what you get when you have a blog, which is one reason I like Weebly, because they let you have a blog. And so within your blog you can actually add more content to it, which would be highly advisable to kind of scale this up, and we'll talk about that again later on. But you'll use the RSS feed that comes with your blog, and you're going to actually be submitting this RSS feed to quite a few different RSS submission websites that accept RSS feeds. And these websites are set up, they're in the blogging community, people can find them, they will show up amongst various blog search engines of blog networks, and so there's a good chance you're going to get more eyeballs, you're getting more exposure, and of course Google likes these kind of things because they like blogs, and so they're going to be able to find and index your content quicker, which is what you want, because the faster your content is indexed, the faster it is before you start getting traffic. So bulk ping.com, we'll be talking about that, and possibly a few other RSS feed websites. Press release submission, we're going to talk about how to write a press release that announces your new website and maybe talks about your free report that you're offering. And I'm going to show you how to lay out a press release, how to write it from start to finish, and then I'll show you how to submit it and give you an example of a variety of websites that you can start submitting to. Press release traffic has been around again for a very long time. It has been around and it's not going anywhere. In fact, it's another thing that adds and lends credibility to you, and it's another way just to get backlinks, and again, more targeted exposure, because people reading about your website are obviously interested in that niche market. And so it's another great way to get people to come into your website and your funnel. A couple other things we'll touch on is guest blogging, how guest blogging works and fits together, and then we'll talk about how to do blog commenting and marketing within forums, as that's extremely important. So we'll go out to a few niche forums. I'll show you some methods you could possibly consider implementing there, and then also how to do blog commenting. So in a nutshell, we've got a lot of different traffic methods, and all these traffic methods are geared to send traffic back to this website that we set up. So it's going to go back to your Weebly website, or wherever you decided to set it up. If you set it up on Blogger, or if you decided to go the paid hosting route, no matter where your website is, we're going to funnel traffic to it, whether it's the free website or wherever it is. But we want to drive traffic back to this homepage for the system to work. So we want to get people on our list, and we want people to click on our affiliate links. So in the next videos to come, we're going to cover all these traffic methods in more detail, and I look forward to showing you how to drive traffic. This is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. This is where you're going to see results, is by getting good quality and targeted traffic. So you're going to want to pay attention and spend a lot of time in this area, and again, rinse and repeat. Just because you did one article on all over the place, it doesn't mean you can't do another one and another one, and continue doing it while your income grows and your subscriber base grows.